Fishing still broke. You saw me open it, right? Still broken. I don't know what to tell you. Other than sorry. No, we don't have to enter conflict with each other. I just made myself a quick sandwich. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I've spent all day doing as much research as I can so that I have informed opinions. But fuck, it's rough. Yeah, I don't know why fishing is balked. It just is. It's really cold. My hands are freezing. So the last 9 hours, I've been researching since I woke up, basically. I took Pixel for a walk. But yeah. You can lick it. It's really cold. I'm not stressing out. Nothing to stress about. It just is what it is. As I said on my Instagram today, not much anybody can do about this situation other than, look after yourself. Learn some stuff that might be useful, maybe. That's about it. You kind of have to be at peace with the rest of it, You don't have to like it. You don't have to be at peace with it. It is what it is. Oh, you're in Bali? Delightful. Nah, look, World War III, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kyle Kalinske scared me when he pointed out China gets their gas, etc., from Iran to power their industry. So what happens when they bomb Iran? There's lots of things that happen when Iran gets bombed. I personally have never been on a war front, no. A lot happened today, and I barely even know the order to talk to you guys about it. But the major interesting thing was that Trump left the G7 before having his talks with Australia. He was like, bye. Oh, Warfronts is a YouTube channel with Simon? Oh, I have not watched, no. Pakistan seems to be on record as saying they would nuke in response to Iran being nuked, which is... Look, I don't think they are going to nuke Iran. I don't think that that's going to be a thing that happens. I'm not sure about the gas thing. It's oil. It's oil. And the thing is that Iran can block off the trade route for about 20% of the world's oil, right? But I would say that the major consideration from my rudimentary studying is that early this year, Iran signed a agreement with Russia, like a military defense agreement with Russia. So, yeah. China did fly a cargo plane somewhere nearby. I can't remember where. China will be paying attention, but it is hard to know what the moving parts are. Trump is unpredictable. I misread the headline. China told its own citizens to evacuate. I've watched lots of videos of the people evacuating out of Tehran, but I think what happened there specifically is that Donald Trump tweeted as a dog whistle to his investor friends, but I would say that Tehran is most likely going to be bombed. The reason I say this is because they did do one aircraft carrier to the Middle East, but then they deployed a second aircraft carrier. And I don't think they deploy a second aircraft carrier without intent. Like, sure, it's all a little bit showboaty and stuff like that. It seems unlikely that they do that without intent, though. You know, the minute I started taking it seriously this morning was when Bernie Sanders introduced the legislation to stop Trump getting congressional approval. But I just don't know if that's going to do anything. But that's the minute I was like, oh, the whispers on the ground are not good. Yeah, I did sit here today and I was like, wow, I've been covering the news a long time and really nothing has gotten any better. If anything, it's gotten worse. Which sucks. The issue is I think Trump's ego will result in big dick swinging. I don't think his ego allows him to not follow through. It will be interesting. It depends who's in his ear. The G7 obviously went relatively poorly. Even though he showed off the agreement with the UK. But that's crazy, Strawman. Yeah, I've got the flight trackers going and the shortwave emergency stations. It's all I can do not to tear my clothes off and run through the street gibbering. You can run through this street gibbering, Vox. Hey, Drum. We are a couple wrong moves away from a giant disaster. Like, they bombed near the nuclear facility. And then somebody spoke to me today and said that basically Israel in some ways needs the bunker breaker missiles from the US to stop Iran building nukes. I don't know how true or real that is, but that would indicate US participation at some point. Only the US has the bombs to potentially destroy the underground facilities. Yeah. So if Israel pulls that string, there are so many moving parts, you guys. Hi Timothy, by the way, welcome on in. Another year, another mission critical demand for munitions. Which is strange because US intelligence from March concluded Iran has no intent of building nuclear weapons. More importantly, only the US has the bombers that can carry the bombs. They just can't hand over the bombs. They have to fly the missions, which means participation. Once again, America in a war in the Middle East. Crazy. The only moving part is Israel doing fascist violence and nobody stopping them because the USA. And that is not the only moving part. Israel is absolutely doing fascist violence and committing genocide, but that is not the only moving part. It reminds me of 2003 in Iraq, but I've kind of decided I'm not going to worry about it. It's way out of my control. I keep updated, but there's nothing I can do that affects the situation. That's basically what I've said to everybody today as well. So look, we'll try and balance the coverage. Like, I'm not going to be like World War III watch. That's not the kind of streaming I'm going to do over this period of time, because I think that sort of like hyper-focused concentration on this sort of stuff sucks. But today feels like a very risky day. I think before the end of the week, we will see American involvement. And I hate being proven right, because I said this to a friend last week and he was like, do you really think we're going to war? And I was like, yeah, I do. All signs point to probably. And I am not a smart person. I am a layman consumer of a lot of news. And yet, if I can see it, you know that there are a large portion of the world that can see it, and you know that governments can see it. The interesting thing is Australia's position in the situation, having never not followed America into a war, whether or not we will participate from the Southern Hemisphere, what the nuclear submarine deal looks like, we just don't know. There's no World War III because nobody is willing to fight the US, not Russia nor China. The thing is, if Russia and China and the US go head to head, we all die. 60% of humanity dies. The reality is, perhaps I live. I'm in Australia. You don't know. But nuclear winter kills a fuck ton of people. So, slay. Fallout is literally about this. Yeah, it's if someone presses the button, people press the button. Yeah, I mean, the populations of China, India, also the functionality of their military forces at this point is probably better than the US's. I wouldn't say everything is Israel's fault. But I would say, look, my hot take is that I would equate Israel to a rabid dog backed into a corner, willing to now bite anything. They do not see anything other than attempting to defend themselves against annihilation. And they have escalated the conflict to a point where everybody is involved. I doubt there will be US troops on the ground. Maybe not, but I mean, US involvement is not just troops on the ground, right? Also, for Bernie Sanders to come into Congress and put that legislation forward when he himself is a Jewish man, and in a lot of ways has been a little soft on Israel. You know, it's interesting. Israel is trying to draw the US into the conflict. I mean, yes, the preemptive strikes kind of look that way. Forlorn, obviously, there is a lot of propaganda that happens in Israel, right? But I would say that there is a generational trauma that exists for a lot of Jewish people left over from World War II. I hate that history is repeating itself. I hate that it has resulted in eye for eye rhetorical thinking. Sanders introduced legislation into Congress to say that Trump can't take America to war with Israel. Correct, Athena. That is 100% correct. I don't think Bernie Sanders is sympathetic to Zionism. I think he plays the political landscape of the state in which he is voted in and the ties that America has with Israel as a military base in the Middle East. You know, the Iron Dome that was built is an expensive fucking thing. And it's really interesting. I don't know if the rest of you saw this, but I saw videos of it failing today. It's just there's such a removal of humanity from people, and it's hard to consume. Isn't Trump busy waging war on the Democrat power centers? His Majesty, Your Grace, yes, very much. And if I were an enemy of the US, this is exactly what I would want to be happening right now. I would want them to be fighting their own people and expending resources on global war efforts as well. I still allegedly think that Trump has affiliation with Russia, and this is a dismantling of the US from the inside. I don't know what that looks like exactly, and I don't want to call myself a conspiracy theorist, but when I personally look at the decision making that is happening, the only way it makes sense. But then again, do I even trust Trump to make decisions that make sense? Not necessarily. But you have to give it to him, right? He has navigated the way he leads with a very unpredictable kind of, it's almost bumbling fool, so that he looks like he's less capable than he is, but he's also a fucking raging lunatic. What is crazy is that I think that most people, both on a personal level and like a societal scale, want to live in peace and happiness. The Master, you think I haven't read Project 2025? Come on, bro. Yes. Yes, Project 2025 is another agenda at play. It's not the only agenda at play, but yes, it is one of the agendas at play that is running along behind the scenes almost to a T. I don't disagree. I mean, you can't evacuate a population of 10 million. It's like evacuating LA. You can't do that. It's not like that is not really a possibility. I mean, when you surround yourself with yes men, I mean, that is what happens. You have bad decision making because you have no one that's willing to stand up to you. Where do you even put them? There's nowhere to go. Yeah, there's nowhere to go. You cannot. Like, for example, there's not really any way to evacuate a major city quickly via car. Like, if you look at the freeways of any... Do you know, I watched 28 Weeks Later last night, bit real. But there's not a way to evacuate like that. You're better on foot. You're better doing a 3-day trek on foot. You pick a train line and you follow it, which I assume a lot of people will do. It's either that or you have to know the landscape. And the reality is when human beings panic, they act in very predictable, irrational ways. The one truth about humanity is that we are predictable in our ability to be irrational. Even me, you too. Also, welcome, Redundant Orca. How you doing? Welcome. Getting ready for the third one? I am. I'm going tomorrow. Even Cold Logical Pixels Mixel. That's right. It's me. Cold and Logical. Cold, logical, happy girl. Definitely not paying attention to anything. You are cold at least? I am cold. I have a walking route planned to go north if need be. Not the worst idea. We're susceptible to panic. If you think you aren't, you're kidding yourself. I am susceptible. I am playing a video game and I panic. You know what I realized? If America went into some sort of zombie apocalypse, there isn't enough leftist books to rebuild civilization in a way that doesn't lead back to capitalism. It's because you need to fundamentally change people's thinking over a period of time. But the reality is, at this stage, we would regress significantly. Like, when people say it's socialism or barbarism, that's what they mean. I honestly don't care if Israel believes its own Hey! Oh, it's still tier 3 day! Teres, thank you for the 50 months. That's crazy. And a sneaky tier 3. I'm so grateful for your support for the range of my content. Even if you don't support my Irish accent, I can let it go. For now. We need a child's version of Das Kapital. It's not even that. You have to teach human beings to be cooperative and collaborative and feel good about that. What do you predict will happen? I'm not smart enough to make predictions. But I will say this is feeling like quite a knife's edge of a situation. I'm not in the room. I'm not there. I don't know what decisions are being made in different countries. All we have is the publicly leaked information. Guys, I have to leave the G7 summit early. That's what I mean. So we have the leaked public, like we have the leaked information. I'm not someone who can sit here and make predictions like that. It's not even manufacturing consent. It's like, look at me, I'm a human being. And if I look at you, you're a human being. I don't dehumanize you, you don't dehumanize me. We are different people. But in certain ways we have to work together. The amount of bombs that are going off, what that's going to do to the climate, full stop, means that we are getting way over 1.5 degrees, probably way over 2.5, which means changes in ocean currents. Hey, Nighthawk. Changes in ocean currents, changes in food availability, temperature changes, extreme weather events. That is all stuff that without a doubt is happening during our lifetime. What that looks like for any of us, I'm not sure. And then it's like, I sit here and things seem to be fine until they're not. And I'm like, maybe I'm fear mongering. Like when I told all my friends to buy petrol today because I think prices are going to skyrocket, I almost didn't want to do that because it's like, I don't want to inflict that upon people who aren't paying attention. Like there is a part of me who thinks of those people as like happy, blissful, and I feel guilty. I feel guilty. But I also want to be able to help how I can. And, you know, it's... The United States was founded upon slavery and genocide by the exiled zealots of an ancient torture and death cult. It's going about how you would expect. Hey, good right hook. I think a failure to acknowledge American history is a huge problem in America. And I do think it is one of the contributing reasons to where we are right now. Capitalism is another one, though. The failure of the American dream, the disintegrating relationships between men, women, dating culture, women who have become more successful, men perceiving that as an attack and then like just a lot of things have disintegrated. And then if we're talking on a global level, foreign policy wise, the biggest problem is that America after World War II wanted to maintain like this leader of the world status through military operations and the military industrial complex. And I think there's a chance we see that play out again right now. But to what cost? Iran has 3 times the population of Iraq. They have a more functioning military. Yes, they have the fucking Taliban. And so, like, I'm not sitting here being like, Iran's the best place ever. Like, Iran has civil unrest as well. So it is just a whole lot of instability that exists concurrently, and how that plays out for all of us, I'm just not sure. It's weird as a millennial having watched the Twin Towers go down on TV and this is where we are. Yeah, hustling is because it's giving people time to buy what they need to buy. I think it's market manipulation. Hello, girly Poplitics. What a username. Are you a streamer? Welcome. This would be a really good time for clandestine work for, wait, nope, never mind. For a spy like me. I was just trying to watch a news story about Michael Jordan coming back and then the world changed forever for the worse. Ben in Chicago, you got to be out. The worst thing you have to deal with is sitting with cognitive dissonance. I wrote this down. I took a whole lot of notes today to try and at least frame the way I was going to talk about this with you guys to make you feel capable. But it's very hard to feel capable in these sorts of situations. But there is going to be a lot of cognitive dissonance that you have to sit with, and instead of tuning out, you have to find somewhere along um, the spectrum to sit with it. Benon, are you talking about 9/11? Is that, are you talking about that's what you were doing when 9/11 happened? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Welcome, by the way. I remember asking my dad why Home and Away wasn't on TV, and he's like, something really bad has happened. And I was like, oh. And then I watched the second tower fall. I think it was in the morning. It was like 10 a.m. But then the news coverage continued throughout the day. I mean, it's, you know, every civilization has thought they were the civilization that was the end of the world, but we do live in crazy, interesting times. And I would love the temperature to reduce. The temperature felt like it was dialed up today. The idea that we are 1 second away from midnight, we are the closest to Armageddon that we have ever been. But yeah, I just. Hello, calmed bitterness. Hello, how you doing? Also, I like your username. It resonates with me. I think that's fair enough, Benon. I mean, civilizations did end though. There are civs that just disappear. That's what I mean. We go to nuclear war, most of the population disappears. Some people survive for a little bit. People fight for food underground. But the reality is there are very sparse locations of which people will survive. And then you never know, and then it happens again. I mean, that or we're the dinosaurs and we get fully wiped out, and who knows what comes next. Maybe it's dinosaurs again. That could be fun to watch on as we're all stardust. Excuse me, I'm still here. I'm well, I'm just having a chilled beer. You deserve that. I'm mid-50s, born in Los Angeles and traveled the world. We're all going to suffer because the majority of people are decent if selfish, and decent people take far too long to defend themselves. You know what? I'm not entirely opposed to that rhetoric. And it's not that good people take too long to defend themselves. It's that there is some violence that is sanctioned and other people who could never imagine that violence or don't want to. And so I think, you know, that is why colonization happened in a lot of ways. There are examples of it, but I do think most people want to be good, but I do think you also have to have a little bit of grit about you one way or another. I wouldn't say my grit is particularly physical. I would say I have some intellectual grit. I think I've proven that to myself time and time again, being able to do this every time something rather dramatic happens. The fact that I'm able to show up, I think I have some like intellectual grit, but physical grit, I just don't know. No, the new Jurassic Park doesn't look so bad. It's going to be great. Shh, I don't want to hear it. I love Jurassic Park, and I refuse to listen to you. My opinion on world conflict is that everyone needs to chill out and have a grilled cheese and blunt of some good weed. You know what? I think it would make things better. So, technically, I partially agree with you. Hey, Jushi. No wonder I've been backsliding in my depression. I wonder if my stress levels have been making everything harder. Stress does make everything harder. You need coping mechanisms. That's why I sit here on Tuesdays and try and give you some. None of them are easy though. And a lot of it is one foot in front of the other, but you can't just lay down and die. It's not the answer to anything. The world needs good people, kind people, resilient people, determined people. And I'm just a fucking streamer. I'm just a fucking streamer. But I know so many of you in here have very applicable skills to all sorts of different situations. Yeah, I've been talking to a friend about trying to resist the impulse, but it's very hard. It is. It's hard for me sometimes as well. I did a lot of my work in bed until 11 a.m. this morning. I got up, put my dressing gown on, and I was like, no, got back into bed and decided that I was doing it in bed. So we are just people, though, really not much more than cattle compared to a properly armed military. 100%. Yeah, when dehumanization occurs, we are ants, but you are important, and it depends on the scale.
Boy! Thanks for hanging. Also first song.
Thank you for the $10. Thank you. Everyone needs to stop reading the news and social media all the time. We don't react well to all the horrors of the world being streamed to a device in our pockets every minute of every day. No. No, pick your poison, chat. Pick a streamer that you like to watch. Doesn't even have to be me. I would like it if it was. Anybody with a Prime. But it can be anyone. And then somebody that you trust. And then you can read news articles to a thing, but do not doom scroll all day. Do not. Ari, thank you for the 66 months.
Thanks to It Messed Up and Me for my sub gift.
I would be nervous if China is the next world superpower. Look, I do think China has a level of practicality based on the size of their population. Like there is a little bit of coolness, but I am so much less worried about China than I am about Trump. And that's coming from someone living in Australia where we have an interesting relationship with China. China is not an enemy of Australia. We have trade agreements. And the reality is if China wanted to invade Australia, they could. Especially if the US just let us kind of fend for ourselves down here. It is why Australia has a military agreement with the US. But with that agreement on shaky ground, I don't know. I think the chances of there being a solid relationship between China and Australia, I think, grow more likely every day. Even though we are a Western nation, I do think that there is a level of, yeah. What do you mean? Trump seems on top of the situation? Publicly seeking President Emmanuel Macron of France mistakenly said that I left G7 summit in Canada to go back to DC to work on a ceasefire between Israel and Iran. Wrong. He has no idea why I'm now on my way to Washington, but it certainly has nothing to do with a ceasefire. Much bigger than that. Whether purposefully or not, Emmanuel always gets it wrong. Stay tuned. When was this posted? 3 hours ago. It is war. Chat, I don't know if it's world war, but it's war. Yeah, at this point, if it's not war, I will be surprised. I think we are going to have multiple wars. People will forget about Palestine. People have already forgotten about Ukraine. And then there is going to be so much going on at the same time that there are a lot of moving pieces. Yeah, no, Space Cat, that is not what he means. Do you know what I think Trump's idea of going to war with Iran is? I think it is he wants to make money. Yep, it is. This is business. This is not humanity. It's nothing more than that. It's business for the betterment of the US alone. Look, I do think that there will be incredible attempts at de-escalation from multiple countries, including China. I don't think China wants world war as much as anyone. But functionally, the United States is in shambles. Well, technically, Doom of Melantai, it's not trying to develop nuclear weapons. There is an agreement that exists that allows for what Israel have done. And it doesn't mean they want to start a nuclear war. It means they want to be able to defend themselves. The reality is that is why there are preemptive strikes. Yeah, it's the Belt and Road Initiative, Benin. There is China engages in soft imperialism, and they do have a very decent, globally connected trade situation. I think we've only seen the beginning of the tariffs and their impact on the US specifically. China is about to do basically a free trade agreement with Africa. So through their initiatives there, they are verging on being ready to do free trade with Africa. And I don't think the US was prepared for people not to want to make a deal. And now it's this is blindly trying to save face in a lot of ways. That is no justification. I never said it was forlorn. You think I fucking justify anything Israel is doing at the moment? Please don't put words in my mouth. I'm saying it's not hypotheticals. I'm saying that the fucking agreement exists. I'm just pointing it out. That's what they used to be able to do this. Like, what do you think you think I'm sitting here being like, oh, Israel, Slay King. What the fuck? You're welcome, Vox. I would rather do this and have you all not have to consume it and doom scroll. I stole this hat off my mom. She gave it to me. It's very cold. I like a slouch cap. I love hats. It is very different, Kipple. God, I wish it was winter here. Do you? It's really fucking cold. This room in my house is kind of warm because of my PC, but the rest of my home is really cold. Yeah, and I mean, Trump did that to himself, right? By backing out of deals, by being unreliable. Who was going to make a deal with that? He is not a good businessman, which we probably should have known. Did you get your hair cut as well? No. How long have you been streaming for? 8 years. It just looks different because I've got the hat on. In positive use, you have mail? I have mail? That's exciting. I don't think I can get to the mailbox until the 30th, but I will send someone. I'll send one of my spies. Oh, wow. Tips to start? Do what you're doing now. Be a part of other communities before you start. Make real relationships. You won't get people to watch you otherwise. Discoverability on here is shit. You probably do better on TikTok. And then you kind of just go from there. But it is very saturated. But there's an audience for everything. So if you think you have something important to say, you'll find a way to say it. The USA's relationship with the world is irreparably harmed at this point. Yes, but I would say more so is that the relationship with its people is irreparably harmed. The lack of faith in institution, having seen these decisions play out, is, I think, for most people very blackpilling, because most people do not know how to or what to do about it, where to go. When you lose faith in institution, there is a level of chaos that ensues. Yeah, I did, Gamer. That is real. He posted it on Truth Social. I think a lot of people struggle to hold nuance, so blackpilling is more compelling. 100%. It's extremely uncomfortable. Right? You're a meat eater or you're vegan. If you're somewhere in the middle, you have to sit with cognitive dissonance. And people don't like that. That's why you have to sit and test your moral beliefs and what they mean and who you are as a person and where you sit. But I am good at sitting with cognitive dissonance. I am both a good person and a bad person at once. In fact, I probably consider myself a bad person more often than I should. And I do that to kind of check myself. But the reality is, having lived life as a woman, I should probably give myself a little bit more grace. I haven't been bombing any countries recently. In fact, all of the countries that are currently, this very day, run by women are not in any ongoing wars. That's kind of crazy. What did I say about recently? Fucking Lindsey Graham, warmongering fucking cunt. I haven't bombed any countries recently. Well, yeah, no, the women running these countries. Well, yeah, I have never bombed countries. Sorry, my words are bad, all right? Blackpilling is attractive because it's hard to think, especially now that things can never get better. It's not that they will get better. You just have to be stronger and better. Because there is no other choice, right? And sometimes you just got to turn it off and go play a card game. That's what I do at the moment. Turn it off, go play a card game. Turn it off, go watch Love Island. Turn it off, cook soup. Turn it off, take Pixel to the park. Turn it off, engage in some other vice. Turn it off, love your friends. Turn it off, talk to your family if they're all right. I do think this war is going to get bigger. I don't know, Merkel wasn't so great in Germany. Lots of friendliness to Russia that went nowhere. Yeah, But is Merkel in charge now? I'm saying currently. I wasn't including like Merkel or fucking Thatcher. I don't think this is the start of World War III, but it could be. But again, world wars aren't named until they're over, basically. World War II wasn't named World War II until after it had all happened. So I think the World War III propaganda is what a lot of people use for clicks and views. That's right. Even in dystopia, it's like, oh, World War III watch. Sorry, Carter, that's me shitting on you. Not really. I like you a lot. You're a good dude. But that's what it is, right? It's playing the game. It's playing the game. And I'm playing the game too. I'm just bad at it. I think they're trying, ADD Gamer. Get good. That's right. World War III begins today. Buckle up. Learn to survive, bitches. That's my new title. Yeah, well, sure. That means nothing. It's not a Cold War. There's nothing Cold War about this right now. Israel has bombed Iran. They're in a Cold War. There have been bombs. There's trade war, there's bombing wars, there's propaganda wars. Sure, we don't have like nukes going over. There's proxy wars. Yep. Yemen, Libya, Egypt. In hindsight, there were worse wars, but they were they were geographic locations that were quite specific. Get saving those bottle caps. I need a drink. I'm parched. I haven't had enough water today. Can you hear it in my voice? It's bad. Did you see the footage of the ballistic missiles launching and landing? It's probably Terminator 2 Judgment Day visuals. Do you mean the ones that Israel sent up and then they failed? I agree, Tasty. Bibi is not even in Israel right now, right? He left. No, there's footage from Iraq of the missiles being fired. Oh yeah, I did see that as well. I'm just gonna get a drink, guys. I'll be back. Feel free to give me money while I'm gone so that I can mentally cope. I'm joking. Hi, my name's Pixel. No, I don't. crying.
Full-blown house deposit. So
Another
You're my
month
new
of
favorite
subscribing to
chatter.
Chair.
Make me feel like less of a dickhead. And 6 months in advance? Shut up. That's crazy. I did see that ADD. I will not be getting a Trump phone, obviously. 6 months might be risky in the current climate. Yeah, well, believe in me, chat. I don't know. Only watch me if I make you feel better. I am for a very specific kind of person. Where did this hype train come from? Only watch and support my content if I make you feel better about consuming the news. You don't have to feel good about it, but if I make you feel bad, leave. I'm not somebody who sits here trying to black pill you. Oh, Vic. Thank you for the
Levity.
1313. Not you, Tasty. Sexton, shut up. Sometimes I do. See, and I think that's the difficult thing. You have to know this for yourself, whether or not you're someone that can consume this or not. True, JD. Did you not have a good time? I did have a good time at that escape room. It was very funny. Oh, Spyro Simon, it's all right. Not much we can do about any of it, really. Just living my life, making sure my dog knows I love her. Trying to be entertaining on the internet while looking at the state of the world. Oh. Oh, you're watching Home and Away? I haven't watched Home and Away in years, since I was a kid. That is very cute. It's not that bad right now, I feel. Yeah, you just gotta like look it up and look after yourself. I don't want to watch that. Well, we Tasmanians have to vote again soon. You do. That is the thing that is happening. You saw Materialist. It was all right. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I don't think you can get a goth mummy that will look out for you. I think that's cope. You have to stand up for yourself at this point. Everybody wants to be looked after, but the reality is if it's not going both ways, it's not happening at this point. They don't exist. Then you're weak. And I'm not saying that weakness is inherently bad, but it's fucking cope at this point, and I fucking hate it. People want to care about one another, absolutely. But if you are going to be somebody that just is like that, then I don't know what to tell you. At this point, that attitude doesn't, it doesn't exist across the spectrum. It doesn't work. No one is coming to save you, ever. That's about as doomer as I'll get. I know you were just trying to make a joke, right? Because it's just a joke. And I feel it sometimes, I do. Like, God, I wish somebody would come out of the blue and just save me. Sure. No, you have no choice other than to pull your fucking shit together. That's what I've done my whole life. I've just pulled my shit together over and over. Sometimes to not the best, sometimes it's okay. It's still real to me, damn it. It can't be at this point. You think a goth mummy is going to look after somebody at the end of the world, potentially, when you're not looking after yourself? You're not dealing with your shit yourself? It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The sun will rise, and it will. People said, no, I will get my goth money. Mummy, look, chat, I'll tell you, if you want to get a goth mummy, if you want any sort of woman to like care for you, you have to pull your shit together. You do. It's not that people without their shit together don't deserve love. We all do, for sure. But the reality is these days, with the tension that exists around the world, people are not going to get into partnerships where they don't trust and respect and feel like they can rely on another person to be there for them. Now, you don't have to do it in the exact same way. You don't. Like, you can be good at different things, right? Someone like me, it would need somebody probably very different to me. Right? You don't know what it looks like. Nobody does. But most people just want to like feel care. But you are not getting care without giving anything in return. And it's not about the fucking marketplace. It's not about what do you bring to the table. It's about taking fucking responsibility for your own fucking life. Oh my God, I'm so angry today. Damn, a little bit of global conflict really gets me like, whoa, fired up or feel like someone has your back. Yeah, you want somebody to choose you, right? And you want them to choose you because they like your qualities and they respect the qualities that you have that are probably different to theirs. But the reality is women are not just like, oh, I'll just get with this man so I can look after him. But I would look after someone. I would, but not for nothing. Not to the detriment of my own life experience at this point. I wouldn't do it. But what if it's a marketplace of cat boys? Well, it has to be fucking capable cat boys. What's the skill set? It's so fine, Forlorn. Just sometimes it felt like you were directing it at me specifically. I don't mind. Sometimes you got to be a little angry on the internet, right? It's hot. Cough up, chat. You don't deserve me being hot at the end of the world, but yet here I am. Mad as fuck. And good looking. Lol. Follow Stan, it's a good start. Oh my God, Midnight Dime, my new favorite chatter. Thank you for carrying that. That's crazy. Thank you for the 400 bits. We should all be angry. We're allowed to be angry. It's not the end of the world. I know it's not the end of the world. Obviously. I think why I got particularly fired up just then is because the kind of people that exist when this shit happens, and if you're just waiting for some goth mummy to come save you, it's not happening. You save yourself and then you join people and you do something. Especially if you have the capability. It's not available to everyone. When I was in chronic pain, it was not available to me. is available to me now. I will go out there and I will be there for my friends, and I will go out there and I will attempt to make my life better, and I will go out there and I will look after my family, and I will go out there and I will try to do my best to make the world a better place and educate myself and be active. If that is available to you and you are not doing that, yes, there are things that can stop you from doing that. If you are part of a minority, if you have a chronic pain condition or are disabled in any way, right? But there are certain disabilities where you just kind of, like, there are certain parts of it where you've just got to go, okay, well, fuck, here I am. Here I am with my fucking ADHD. How the fuck do I make this work? And then you make it work. Because, yes, it fucking sucks, right? And by the way, yes, I am saying ADHD because I understand that a lot of you in here have ADHD. And it fucking sucks. And sometimes your brain doesn't work. And sometimes things are really hard. You are playing life on hard mode. But at the same time, there is only a certain amount of things that can be done to improve your situation. What if I save a goth mummy? I mean, sure, but she doesn't owe you anything in return either. Do kids count? I think being a parent at this time counts as much as anything. You have to raise those children and you have to look after them and you have to be a good fucking parent. That's what having kids means right now. Like if there was a way, like if I somehow ended up having a child, I would take that so fucking seriously at this point in time. They would learn to garden. They would be educated. You take being a parent so seriously. Yeah, like, and you do what you can to make the world that they grow up in better. And then you give them the skills to be able to navigate it. And you keep yourself informed to be able to give them the skills to navigate it. This is coming, by the way, I'm not sitting on a high horse right now. I'm not a perfect person, even though it seems like it. Not at all. I spent years flat on my back in bed playing Neopets because I was very sad. I couldn't understand why anybody did anything. Yeah. And so if that is you right now, like if that is relatable to you, there are paths out of that. I know sometimes it doesn't really seem like that there are paths out of that. But there are. Parenting is fucking hard. It is fucking hard. But that's not an excuse for being bad at it. Jokes aside, it is tough not to shove capitalism bad fuck billionaires down their throat every 2 seconds. Inky, that's funny. I mean, I'm depressed, but it works for me. I mean, look, I think being depressed, looking at the state of the world, is a pretty natural reaction. Hey, not a non. Oh, disassociating. Dissociating? What's the difference between those two words, chat? Good for you, Forlorn. For those of you on medication, you do have to have contingency plans. Just so you know. You want a contingency plan. Because there is a world that could exist where access to medication becomes near impossible. Hey, Flagger. Mhm. 12 months prescription's pretty good though. That should reduce some of the load on your healthcare system. I think some of us, generally speaking, we're just tired, working hard, earning as much as we can to rent, never afford to buy a place to live, everything going up in price all the time. Simplifying life is a good start though. I agree with you. I feel like that a lot. I only get by. I rent. I get by. You know, I don't feel like I go without. But you know, I have different priorities and stuff. I'm currently on quite a lockdown because I need a new timing belt in a week or so, a week and a bit. Thanks, Flagger. Yeah, it's okay. But I do get it, right? Like you work and then it feels like there is a significant amount of suffering that exists at the moment. And you either navigate it or you don't. Great timing on needing a timing belt, for real. I really wanted to put, I really wanted to buy a new computer and put some money into my retirement account coming up towards the end of the financial year. I just don't know if I will though. With the world in this state, I'm not sure if that is the correct choice at this point. I think I would rather have more of a padding, which feels a bit, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? Oh, it's more labor intensive? Yeah, the labor is the cost. Lemo retiring. Well, I'm not retiring ever, but oh, I am extremely grateful. Please don't assume otherwise. Chat, I'm so grateful. I'm pain free. I'm pain free. I nearly died because I was in that much pain. I am extremely lucky. Pain free since when? I don't know. It's been a while. Like I still have a very rare like pain spasm, but I am fully unmedicated and pain free. And not that that's a brag. There is nothing wrong with being medicated. But it's kind of crazy, right? For anybody who has watched my stream since those times, the change is insane. It's crazy. Make yourself a cocktail tonight. Vox, what kind of cocktail are you going to make? I do not begrudge anybody any of their vices at this point. I don't know, Jushi. Go get some sleep, Athena. Hey, Arbelin. How you doing? This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
Sub from day 1 to 6 months. Can we celebrate or what? Have you ever went surfing? Cool nails.
Dreadfella, 6 month streak, day 1, straight in, and then committed. I respect it. Have I ever been surfing? Are you trolling me? Everybody knows my hand is broken from trying to become a professional surfer. Do you get ideas about stuff so much that you can't sleep at times? Yeah. Most nights. Losing my shit. How's you? I only did a little bit of yelling. Better your hand than your feet? It's true. Professional, huh? I feel like the story has changed a little over the years. Yeah, look, it was a little white lie. Do you want the real story? I assume you've all heard it. I was learning to surf in Bali with my family, and then a big wave came and smashed the surfboard into my hand. And then because nobody believed me that it really hurt. My thumb over time became more and more subluxed, and now there is no way to fix it. So, yeah. I could get up on the board already. Half deck, I'd had surfing lessons before. Show fucked thumb? Yeah, we hit both the goals. I'll show you my thumb, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? What am I, a freak show? Will, you're talking to yourself. You're still stuck on the fact that your country elected Trump, and you're like, you feel good about yourself saying you were right. Right? It's your own personal cope when you sit in my chat and you talk to yourself in this way. And I get it. I get it, and I understand why your morals sit where you do. But you're not dealing with the situation we have now. You are feeling good about yourself by sitting in my chat saying, I fucking told you so. So, hooray, good for you, but like, for fuck's sake. Sorry, I'm mad tonight. You're all probably going to cop strays. What necklace are you wearing? It's just, it's actually a cheap one. I don't know if it's got nickel in it. If I break out in a rash, we'll find out together. But it's just pink and whatever else. Pretty? Thanks. Oh yeah, most of Pix's lines are AoE at this point. If the shoe fits, chat, if the shoe fucking fits. Look after yourself, Tiny. Sorry I won't sing for probably at least another hour and a half. I just don't know how to have fun, chat, on days that feel this heavy. I think I've given you most of the information that I think you need, but the reality is, like, I don't know. I won't catch strays. I'm from Chicago. We did our part. Did you watch too much news again? Yeah, so you don't have to. Not me studying all day to come in with fully formed opinions that aren't wrong. What do you want from me? What do you think my job is? In positive news, in Australia today, based on a High Court decision that was made that basically allowed George Pell to get away with having no responsibility and the Catholic Church having no responsibility for the fucking pedophiles. Legislation will be introduced in Australia that will make the Catholic Church responsible for pedophiles to a certain degree. So that's kind of slay. A small positive, perhaps, if it actually happens. How do you deal with the day-to-day this year, Pixel? My goodness, there have been times I've had to walk away from all media. I sing. I sing for you guys. It makes me feel good about myself. I love my dog. I love on my friends. I try and be relatively well-rounded. And when I think about it, I think about smart, depressed people. And if I am smart enough to be intelligent and talk this way on the internet, I am smart enough to learn the skills to look after myself while doing so. I trust in my capability to be able to do those things. And sometimes if I need a break, I'll take a break. I'm not very good at taking a break though. But like if I need a break, I will take a break. How's the garden going? It's winter here, so there's not really a lot of gardening happening at the moment. I think they did, Vox. As somebody who is a little bit close to the Catholic Church, I don't think pedophiles get moved around from church to church without the people in charge knowing what they did, that they were fucking pedophiles. No indoor garden? I have plants inside, but no indoor garden. I don't believe in heaven or hell. I believe in trying to be a good person while you are conscious, while you exist as this consciousness, and then I believe that you ascend. What can I tell you? Stargate had a relatively large effect on me and my opinion of the afterlife. Oh, I understand Half Deck. In winter, she focuses on mining. In winter, I do retreat a little bit. I retreat a little bit. It's cold. I play some Dota. I'm bad at it. Thank you so much
Second
for the
song
10 bucks.
kindly,
Welcome,
no
Ron.
hurry, here for the takes.
So true, Queen. Hallowed be the Ori. Oh, no, Jushi. This is just a moose on a blanket that was given to me by one of my exes. I love this blanket. The concept of hell is coercive. It is. Luckily, you could repent your way out of it every time. Cool. So I think Stargate is the peaks as the book Star Maker was for me. Yeah. Everybody has their thing and their own way of navigating the world and how they see good and right and wrong and peace. And I don't think I get it perfect, and I don't even know if my way is right. It certainly doesn't feel right sometimes. I'm too introspective and insecure sometimes about the way that I navigate certain things. But, you know, it's pretty ingrained in my personality from being a fucking loser growing up. What I'm impressed with is that in all this chaos, some people are standing up, gives me hope. Yeah, there will always be people that stand up. Heroes exist. Heroes exist. You could be one. I do think the hero narrative is a good one to give people. Like, you have to think about yourself in all sorts of situations and what kind of person you would be, or what kind of person you would want to be under pressure. I get frustrated myself because there's been a couple of times under pressure I have not been the person I wanted to be. But I tell you what, there have been a couple of times I have pulled it out of the fucking bag. And I feel like I only get more confident as I get older, as I deal with more challenges. You build up this sense of self-trust. Actually, you know what? This is actually an applicable piece of advice. You can learn self-trust from very, very little tasks, right? It is a learned skill that you can teach yourself from tiny little tasks, from something like, I am going to put this can in the bin, and then you put the can in the bin. There you go, an example of saying you were going to do something and then doing it. And then you build from there. You start really fucking small. But you build up instances of self-trust, and then guess what? Over a period of time, it becomes second nature. And then you can up the challenge. And then all of a sudden, you know, you're a more confident, capable person. Sexton, no. See, it's relying on luck. You have no control over that. Sure, that's manifesting, but that's not building self-trust. Speak for yourself. I'm a grizzled veteran that yells at kids on the lawn. Well, you do you. Go weed the garden. Damn it, worth a shot. Yeah, I've tried that one too, Sexton. Yeah, you're doing great, Vox. After being married for years, I only trust my wife, no self-trust. You can get there. You can trust your wife and then trust yourself to be there for your wife. I don't have a wife or a husband, so I'm kind of forced into trusting myself to be capable. Because my 17 boyfriends are useless. Cute, useless. I'm just sick all the time. I understand what that's like, Half Deck. I'm sorry. Why do you want both, though? Seems greedy and legally dicey. I don't need both. I don't need a wife and a husband. I'll take one or the other. How are they useless if they're cute? I mean, did you not remember what happened to, what was his name? Josh. Don't you remember what happened to Josh out in the forest last week? That shit was crazy. And sure, he came back, but he came back sans fish. Disappointing. Chat, I'm going to do the cringest thing ever. And say, chat, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table, chat? Myself. Overconfident. Fail. The silverware. Already have some. Fail. Do you have any other questions? No. A frying pan. I have one of those. Fail. Depends. What table are we talking about? All of them. $5 a month. You win. Not much if I'm honest. Try again. You bring something. Absolutely nothing to offer over here. Liar. Someone for you to have real talk with. All right. Matters biof. Hit me with it. I'm like a human cat tree. Something for you to climb. Limo. 1 in 4 of my comments are funny. You know what, Splee? I agree with you. You do have some bangers here and there. Most of the time. Yeah, I don't mind the occasional banger. I'm not funny all the time either. Crippling ADHD and a bottle of my finest amphetamines. You bring drugs to the table? Perfect. I'm a demon in the sack and I'm a chef. I just don't know if I believe anybody who calls themselves a demon in the sack. What if I say I'm the table? I only think of that song. I love you like a table. My legs were carved for you. Cover me in stuff. I'm very handy. I've renovated a house. I think that's pretty good. My ability to look at things sideways. That's a skill. A good problem solver. I bring data analytics, a dark sense of humor. I heard my name. What do you mean? Or did I say try again? Why do we need a table to start with? It's 2025. I think we should be able to skip the table. Chat, stop. You can't all be furniture. I'm a sexual tyrannosaur. Untrustworthy. Incendiary idealism and severe practicality. Too intellectual. Try again. Wow, who knew furniture could generate such sophisticated innuendo? I read that book. I know how to heat up a frozen pie. Bitch, I already got that. I got that down pat. The rate at which chat dived into being furniture meme is concerning and unsurprising. You need an entire Twitch chat to heat up a pie? If I didn't have Twitch chat, I could just sit there and watch it cook. But no, I take precious time out of my day to sit here and entertain you fuckers. I'm joking. Wow, I'm so aggressive today. I also bring sarcasm and anxiety with a tinge of PTSD. Perfect. Strawman.
Strawman Me Bro gifted a tier 1 sub to table _
What happened to
2.
table 1?
They have given 594 gift subs
What
in the
happened to
channel.
table 1? This is so concerning. Ay. Angry might have taught me how to boil an egg. Oh well. I now have that information for the rest of my life. Table 1 is outdated? Did you ever clean the sticky stuff or the AC? I have not done either of those things. F word? Oh, I'm sorry. Eliza the Kaiser. I'm Australian. But I will also rant about purity culture and the idea that you're not allowed to say bad words. Saying fuck or like cunt is whatever. If that's the biggest problem you have in the world right now, if that is the thing that makes you uncomfortable consuming my content, that is a you problem, not a me problem. Anthony. I don't think none of you would have ever heard me say a slur. Do you know I did almost get cancelled for saying fruitcake though? I called myself a fruitcake and somebody was like, that's a slur. I didn't even fucking know. Did you guys? I didn't know. My grandma used to call me one. Between, oh, you're a silly duffer. Oh, you're a fruitcake. Maybe not outright slur, but definitely slur adjacent. Look, it's probably context dependent, right? You can probably say fruitcake among friends or to yourself. Rat bag from your sis. I have been called a rat bag a couple of times. Sexual Tyrannosaurus implies the existence of a dinosaur condom industry. No, it doesn't. I think they all have breeding kinks. That's what I thought, Trya. I mean, the ice cream? Pool noodles. Stop it. Mr. Doug Dude, is that the first time you've ever spoken in this chat? It's funny, you can stay, but for fuck's sake. My grandma used to call me a fruitcake too. Yeah, I think it was pretty widespread language. Yeah, not a non. Tasty is not beholden to answering any of your questions. You know, dinosaurs are entitled to privacy. They don't owe you anything. Fruitcakes are so gross though. You know what? I don't really like fruitcake either. Like, I'm not really into it. I don't answer any questions. I'm just here to be annoying. Yeah. There's a lot of words that was okay to use that are no longer are. Correct. I wish I wasn't cold, 'cause I am very cold. Sneaky Jazz. Cover me in stuff, and I will hold it up, strong and able. I love you like a table. Everyone is rightfully concerned about the exchange of bombs, but I fear no one will care that there was another massacre in Gaza at an aid site. Full on. Yeah, this is what it is. People are not prepared for the cognitive fatigue that comes with consuming the news, and they already have. People have ignored Gaza from the beginning. The cognitive fatigue that existed after the pandemic alone was significant, that people, for a lot of time, ignored Gaza. There are a lot of people who ignore Gaza now who shouldn't. They'll have opinions on everything else and then they won't have an opinion on Gaza. It's too uncomfortable, apparently. But it's fatigue. It's the same reason, like, not many people even look at Ukraine anymore. Remember Ukraine in the beginning? It happens to all of us, and it will continue to happen. That is why it is none of our business what other people do. And you can be angry about it, but then you have to go and you have to do something in your own fucking life to make it better, to make other people's lives better. And those things can be so small, but you have to value them as big things. I helped a friend move. I value that. I drove another friend to the airport. I value that. I'm selfishly doing those things for me because they make me feel like I am supporting community and also opposing capitalism. And I'm opposing the disintegration of relationships between people based on rampant individualism. You know, that friend could have paid for an Uber. And where would that money have gone? Straight to that fucking middle management company, right? The way we fight these things is through being there for other people in ways that feel insignificant as fuck. And sometimes it is not going to be even. Sometimes people will not do the same thing for you. Sometimes they will. Helping anybody fly away from Victoria is the greatest gift you can give someone. Champagne, I love Victoria. Don't you shit on me like that. Fuck you and your Western state propaganda. Hopelessness after the fatigue. You have to minimize. Hope is important. You have to hold on to hope. But you have to place your hope in a place. You have to place your hope in yourself and the people around you. Not necessarily. You can't. We're not meant to be able to deal with things in all of these grand scales, right? You can't fix every problem. You can't do it all. You have to maintain hope for yourself and then put one foot in front of the other and try. Correct euphemisticism. That's where I place my value. I guess the level of information you have to know to kind of get the dynamics of the Gaza conflict is too much of a hassle for some people. Yes. A lot of people are like, that is all too hard, or they will not take the time. Or a lot of people will not have an opinion on these things because they don't feel capable of learning about it, right? A lot of people are just fighting to stay alive. They're out here working, putting one foot in front of the other, putting food on the table for their children. It's valid. It's valid. But there is room for us all. But if I put myself in this position and didn't have an opinion on Gaza, no. Do you know what I mean? I do not begrudge one of my friends who does an entirely different job for not having a completely fully educated opinion on Gaza. It's not charitable. You can't hate people into being better people. You can't hate yourself into being a better person. Right? People are all most of the time, people are out here doing their best. Most people aren't out here trying to be bad people, chat. They're out here doing their best. Searching for meaning. Trying to feel something, anything, to make the life experience a little less fucked. You know? That's why people go looking for adrenaline rushes. It might be why some people get caught up in limerence. I, for one, have never experienced limerence. Not once. Nope. You know, it's... You definitely can hate yourself into being better. No, try. You think you hated yourself into being better, but you didn't. You didn't. Do you know what? Can I? You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. All right? But you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I could be entirely off the mark. Because I do know you carry a lot of self-hatred, right? But I think I, as a woman on the internet, I'm not taking all the credit, gave you enough chances for you to have a level of respect for me. And I do think in some ways that has played into your decision making about how you engage with other people. And I don't think that is self-hatred. That is a different perspective that you may not have had up until that point. And of course, there have been like extreme moments of like self-hatred sprinkled in along the way, for sure. I'm not invalidating that. And yes, spite is a motivator, right? Some people can be quite motivated from spite or any of that. But eternal self-hatred will get you nowhere. And even if you think that is what is motivating you, I would say it is, I would say it's more complicated than that. People the comment sections have been brutal today. Some people are like, fuck Israel. Some people are like, fuck Iran. Like, Excalibur, that is not what I said, you absolute dingus. Exactly, Tasty. Okay, try. Yeah, it is full on. Is the discussion about general empathy? I think a lot of people have general empathy. That's really good for you, Strawman. Empathy is never a weakness. but it can be used to manipulate you. Sometimes if you are too empathetic, people will continue to cross your boundaries and use you for that empathy. Which world conflict are we on at the moment? I'm losing track. Sharp Chris, we were just in general conversation then, but welcome. Most of the news and the conflict related stuff was at the very beginning of stream for about an hour.
You could search
Oh, I
the
do love
world
tier 3
and
day though.
never find
Champagne,
such a
60 months and a sneaky tier 3. My goodness. Thank you. Yes, but those are arbitrary goals that you set for yourself, Evan, and you're probably too harsh. That's why you have to like set yourself achievable goals and then push it from there. I don't live up to my expectations as well. There are multiple tasks that I have put off for a very long time. In fact, my content has stayed the same for a very long time, even though like there have been times when I've wanted to broaden it or make it different. And I just haven't done it, right? So I do understand. That is pretty major news. Hackers have boasted they've disabled Iran's banking system, and people are saying they're unable to access their money. Interesting. When you fire the first shot, no matter how right you feel, you don't know whose children are going to scream and burn, how many hearts will be broken until everyone does what they were going to have to do in the first place, sit down and talk. Yeah, diplomacy is hot. And yet there are a lot of men in the world who will not engage in it right now. I mean, this is what modern warfare will look like. It's AI, it's hacking, it's proxy wars, it's drones. It's not, you know, it's not bayonets. It's not strategic, you know, field battles. I mean, in some ways it is, but they look quite different. It's not trench warfare. Empathy is a weakness, said the narcissistic psychopaths jealous of those with a normal brain. Narcissistic psychopaths are not jealous of those with a normal brain. They don't give a fuck because they don't experience empathy. Chat, sometimes you just have to sit and put yourself in another person's shoes. That's all empathy is. You have to understand what it might be like to be a lonely, suffering man. You have to understand what it might be like to be somebody who was brought up deeply religious. You might have to understand what it's like to be someone who hasn't been able to function because they've been in significant amounts of pain. You might have to consider being somebody of a different minority. You know, you might have to understand that familial trauma plays a big part in someone's life experience. You might have to understand that, you know, someone's relationship with food exists because they had an eating disorder when they were a young ballerina. You might have to, you know, you have to understand that not everybody's relationship with their family is the same. Hi, Professor Fappington. It's one of the greatest things you can do for your relationships with other people. That being said, even if you understand why people do bad things, it doesn't mean that you have to just let them walk all over you. Like, if you can understand why somebody is the way that they are, it's not an excuse for their bad behavior. And it's up to you to draw boundaries and to walk away or not. Oh, I have not encountered that Maintain the Sage. But it sounds like something I would like. I'll have to look at it later. Things people do or say seem very silly from the outside looking in. Occasionally they can. People make decisions that I don't understand all the time. How do you turn empathy off? Life would be a lot easier without it and no more lonely than it is already. I've already had this conversation with you guys multiple times. Empathy exists for a reason. You do not want to turn it off, but you do have to understand that there are different kinds of empathy, and you cannot feel empathy for every single thing that is happening in the world, because you need to understand that empathy exists to serve a purpose. Your empathy exists to motivate you to act to help another person or to act in a certain way. If you are experiencing extreme amounts of empathy that stop you from acting and are only debilitating, you are no longer experiencing productive empathy. You're experiencing unproductive empathy that will get you nowhere. You have to if I sat here all day and thought about all the suffering and dying and all the animals that were dying all day, every day, and I was just sitting here crying about it and not doing anything, well, that is unproductive. I use you use your empathy to bring you closer to people and to look after people in a way and to reflect on the way that you engage in the world. Not so that it makes you miserable. Hey, Lusa. Oh shit, it's Pix AOE time again. I'm sorry for everybody copping strays today. Poli-sci Masters dude here. Iran has positioned itself as a proliferator of extremism in the region rather than a power that helps others prosper. Them making veiled and direct nuclear threats was their main downfall. That and siding with the sides that think empathy as a non-issue: Russia, North Korea, China, Yemen. Yes and no. I do agree. And obviously Iran has made a lot of mistakes. I do not think the Taliban...
Third song, Kindly.
Thanks, Welcome Wrong. Sorry, chat. Iran is a complicated situation. I'm not any sort of like Taliban apologist here. But the Middle East has been destabilized by the US and other forces for a very long time, including Russia. Right? And yeah, they're in a precarious spot, as is Israel. I do not want to live react to it, no. You don't have to apologize for interrupting. You just gave me money. And you're going to apologize for interrupting? Please don't. Today was a very hard day to come to work informed. So I'm very grateful. Oh no.
Strawman Me Bro gifted a tier
Wow,
1
you're
sub
such a
to
cunt
interruption.
for interrupting me.
They have given 596 gift subs in the channel.
That's so crazy. I cannot believe you interrupted me this way. Grr, I sure would hate if that happened again. Philosophy PhD here. Proliferator of extremism has very complicated subtext, not to mention power relations in the region. Look, it's interesting, right? Because there's obviously some like Islamophobia and what is extremism and what is terrorism and who we call terrorists and who aren't terrorists, right? There's very charged language that exists across the spectrum when talking about all of these things. Modulus schnitzel, that's a terrible joke. Repent. But how can I blame everything on Iran solely and then I can't think of their actions in a vacuum? Well, imagine having to consider multiple truths. That would be so annoying. I would never do that. Because I know the one real truth.
Venga by Perturbator, as part of the unofficial Timing Belt Fund.
Oh my god, unofficial timing belt fun. Not on, thank you so much. Do you guys want songs already? Do you guys really just want me to do this already? How do you think Turkey will respond to this situation? There's a chance Turkey gets involved. Not yet? Okay. You can't. I'm just worried if we start this whole idea that when I'm talking and people pre-order songs, that I then sit there while singing with a backlog and it just doesn't feel great. That I just feel like I'm behind, and then people get bored because they have to wait ages to hear their songs, you know? I'm kind of enjoying all this bass shit. Prove it. I'm joking. Sort of. When you start singing, that triggers more donations. I do know that. Well, if you like this content, the way it works, chat, is it's fucking Pavlov over here. Reward the behavior you want. That's what I do. I've got time tonight. Happy to wait. I'm glad. Streamer does what a streamer does. I know I'm a baddie. I see your experiment is going well. Is it? How are you, pigs? How can we help? Lol. I don't need any help. I need you all to feel capable and confident in your abilities to consume the news and then get your shit together and live your lives. That's what I want for all of you. I feel much better than I did at the start of stream. And I feel much better when you say something like that, Fox. So, thank you for saying. Hey, Age. Uh-oh. Yeah. Imagine being the kind of person who wants to make pedophile jokes on the internet on a Tuesday. I'm really sorry you're suffering. I want to say I hope your life gets better. But if your actions exist like this, I'm not holding out a lot of hope. Cringe. One day you will look back at this and you'll be like, Jesus, fuck. I'm so embarrassed. And your dick won't get hard. And you'll think back to this moment. Like, you might have gone on a date with like a really hot girl. And you'll look back on this moment and you'll be like, man, that bitch of a Twitch streamer, she was right. Rough. By the way, I'm not shaming anybody with erectile dysfunction, okay? Only people who joke about being pedophiles on the internet. Okay? Chat, if your dick doesn't get hard sometimes, that's totally fine if you're a good person, okay? And there's ways to work around it, and it's totally cool and it's chill. You don't have to stress, right? It's one of those things that can be dealt with, unless you're a freak that jokes about being a pedophile on the internet. Cool. I'm so glad we had this conversation. Cursing time. Solace, it seems like you're doing better. Follow Stan, what a base take. Who's that, Jess? I don't know who you're talking about. Am I out of some drama? Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't get it. Half Deck, I don't think we're gonna go with the clinical definition of pedo. I'm sorry if you're a 21-year-old dating a 14-year-old. That is questionable behavior. I'm not going to take a clinical definition here. If you're a 50-year-old dating a 16-year-old, you're a pedo. That's a social definition and that's fine. It is illegal. I don't know, Zetonomic. There are some interesting conversations that happen between the debate bros on the internet. And one of them is they like to try and define everything because it makes them feel really big and like intellectual giants with their definitions of pedophilia. Chess. I'm attracted to Bowsette. What is that? Hey, Gleets. Hello. Yeah, Fulleston. Hey, Snolly. That's called Coopalicious, and it's fine. I know who Bowsette is. Guys, I posed with a Bowsette cosplayer last year at PAX, okay? Relax. I've been there. I've done that. I get it, all right? I'm in the know. I know I seem like a really serious newscaster most of the time, but I'm actually quite the expert on pop culture references as well, because I'm chronically online and I live alone. So, haha. I don't even know what that is. Gleets. The beanie does convey journalistic integrity. This is true. Oh my God, thank you for acknowledging that. Oh, Turesk, it happens all the time. Have you seen Tim Pool? Right. Yeah, I haven't looked into that. I think if you generalize that human beings are boring based on age, um, over a certain age, generalizing, it just doesn't work. Hey, Ferret. I've zoned out of conversation, so. It's Kendrick's birthday today. Happy birthday, Kendrick.
the dice are loaded, everybody rolls with their fingers crossed. Everybody knows the war is over. Everybody knows the good guys lost. Everybody knows the fight was fixed. The poor stay poor, the rich get rich. That's how it goes. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that the boat is leaking. Everybody knows that the captain lied. Everybody got this broken feeling, like their father or their dog just died. Everybody talking to their pockets. Everybody wants a box of chocolates and a long-stemmed rose. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that you love me, baby. Everybody knows that you really do. Everybody knows that you've been faithful, give or take a night or two. Everybody knows you've been discreet, but there were so many people you just had to meet without your clothes. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's how it goes. Everybody knows. And everybody knows that it's now or never. Everybody knows that it's me or you. And everybody knows that you live forever when you've done a line or two. Everybody knows the deal is rotten. No Black Joe still picking cotton for your ribbons and bows. Everybody knows. And everybody knows that the plague is coming. Everybody knows that it's moving fast. Everybody knows that naked men and women are just a shining artifact of the past. Everybody knows the scene is dead. There's gonna be a meter in your bed that will disclose what everybody knows. And everybody knows that you're in trouble. Everybody knows what you've been through. From the bloody cross on top of Calvary to the beach of Malibu. Everybody knows it's coming apart. Take one last look at the Sacred Heart before it blows. Everybody knows.
Thanks for the roses, everybody. Welcome on in, my poggies. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you, Vox. That's nice of you to say. I'll do Venga and then I'll throw in one of World Gone Wrongs. Thank you, my poggies. Do I know this? I know I've sung it a bunch of times. Do I know it? Do I sing it well? Adrian. You're fine, Tiny. You're in bed. You're off the clock. What a banger.
Every night the dream's always the same. Can't escape these walls of dark decay. Feel me drowning underneath the waves. Every time it never seems to change. To change took you away, and now you're gonna get it. All I had,
No idea.
you know now you're gone, and I just wanna have you back.
I make it up.
Hollow heart is all I have to give. Someone came and put away the vein. They stitched it up and put me on display. But nothing seems to cure the pain. The pain took you away. Now they're gonna get it. All I had, you know now you're gone, and I just wanna be back again. Take me away. Take me took you away, took you away, took you away, took you
I don't know what I did with that. Hold on, Pixel's standing next to me. She might need to go outside or something. I'm just gonna see. What's wrong, baby? What's going on? Do you need to go outside? Cause that is so crazy. Like what? How do you sub to Amuse? You click the subscribe button. I'll be back. Do you need to go outside? Come on. I think she just wanted water. I don't want to sing with the door open though. Did I miss Real Talk? You did. Well, we can still Real Talk now. I don't care if we Real Talk between songs. Guys, Tuesday is a free-for-all. You can talk about whatever you want. Fuck, it's cold though. Ugh. Look, I will always sing for free. I will always sing for free. I am so grateful to anybody who gives me money on this godforsaken website. I truly am. But even if nobody paid for a single song for one stream, I would still do it. Ooh, I love that song, Juicy. Sure. Fuck, it's cold. Good girl. Come on. First, I'm going to do this one by Destron. I'm going to do this one for World Gone Wrong.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things that you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, Valerie. Did you have to go to jail? Put your house up on for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And now you're shopping anywhere. Change the color of your hair. Are you dizzy? And did you have to pay that fine that you were dodging all the time, and you're still dizzy? Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water. And I think of all the things that you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, why don't you come on over, Valerie?
I will currently do this for free. The world's gonna end. I'm joking.
So I heard you found somebody else, and at first I thought it was a lie. I took all my things that it made sounds, the rest I can do without. I don't want your body, but I hate to think about you with somebody else. Our love is gone cold, you're intertwining your soul with somebody
Sorry
else.
for interrupting your depressing song.
I'm looking through you while you're looking through your phone and leaving with somebody else. No, I don't want your body, but I'm picturing your body with somebody else. I don't want your body, I don't want your body, no, I don't want your body. Come on, baby, this ain't the last time that I'll see your face. Oh, come on, baby, you said you find someone to take my place. I just don't believe that you've got it in you, 'cause we are just gonna keep on doing it. And every time I start to believe in anything you're saying, I'm reminded I should be getting over it. I don't want your body, but I'm meant to think about you with somebody else. Life is gone cold,
Nice little
you're
tip for this one.
intertwining your soul with somebody else. Nice. I'm looking through you while you're looking through your phone and leaving with somebody else. Oh, I don't want your body, but I'm picturing your body with somebody else. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my
Thanks, chat. Try, did you have a request for that $10? Oh my god, $10 for free? Thanks. Absolutely.
I know I have good judgment, I know I have good taste. It's funny and it's ironic that only I feel that way. I promise them that you're different, and everyone makes mistakes, but just don't. I heard that you're an actor, so act like a stand-up guy. Whatever devil's inside you, don't let him out tonight. I tell him it's just your culture.
Blue Jeans by Lana.
Everyone rolls their eyes, yeah, I know. All I'm asking, baby, please, 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 don't prove I'm right. And please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me, motherfucker. Please, please, please. Well, I have a fun idea, babe. Maybe just stay inside. I know you're craving some fresh air, but the ceiling fan is so nice, and we could live so happily if no one knows that you're with me. I'm just kidding, but really, really. Please, 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 don't prove I'm right. And please, 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 don't bring me to tears when I just did my makeup so nice. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me, motherfucker. Please, please, please. If you wanna go and be stupid, don't do it in front of me. If you don't wanna cry to my music, don't make me hate you prolifically. Please, 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 please.
Pure imagination.
Banger.
Thanks for puggies.
Excuse me.
Blue jeans, white shirt. Walked into the room, you know you made my eyes burn. It was like James Dean, for sure. You're so fresh to death and sick as cancer. You were sort of punk rock, I grew up on hip hop, but you fit me better in my favorite sweater. And I know love is me, love hurts, but I still remember the day we met in December. Oh baby, I will love you till the end of time. I would wait a million years, promise you remember that you're mine. Baby, can you see through the tears? Love you more than those pictures before. Say you remember, say you remember. Oh baby, ooh, I will love you till the end of time. Big dreams, gangster, said you had to leave to start your life over. I was like, no please, stay here. We don't need no money, we can make it all work. But he headed out on Sunday, said he'd come on Monday. I stayed up waiting, anticipating and pacing. He was chasing paper, caught up in the game, that was the last I heard. I will love you till the end of time. I would wait a million years, promise you'll remember that you're mine. Baby, can you see through the tears? Love you more than those pictures before. Say you'll remember, say you'll remember. Oh baby, ooh, I will love you till the end of time. You went out every night, and baby, that's alright. I told you that no matter what you did, I'd be by your side. Cause I'm a ride or die, whether you fail or fly. Well shit, at least you tried. But when you walked out the door, a piece of me died. Told you I wanted more, you knew that I had it mine. Just wanted like before, we were dancing all night. Then they took you away, took you out of my life. You just need to remember. I will love you till the end of time. I would wait a million years, promise you'll remember that you're mine. Baby, can you see through the tears? Love you more than those pictures before. Say you'll remember, say you'll remember. Oh baby, ooh, I will love you till the end of time.
Thank you, everyone.
we're both of us beneath that love, we're both of us above. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the children that are asking to be born. Dance me through the curtains that our kisses have withdrawn. Raise a tenor, shout an out through every thread is torn. Dance me to the end of love.
I think this is about having an orgasm. Right?
Dance me to your beauty with a burning violin. Dance me through the panic till I'm gathered safely in. Touch me with your naked hand and touch me with your glove. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Dance me to the end of love. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin. Traveling in the world of my creation, what we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world, there's nothing to it. There is no life I know to compare with pure imagination. Living there, you'll be free if you truly wish to be.
Thanks, my puggies, and Teresk for those requests. And Will Go Wrong as well.
You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry, and your tea which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you make me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da, da di da di da da da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da di da di da da, da 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 da. You say our love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet, submissive subject, my loyal, royal subject, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war. For your love, for your praise, and I'll love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Everybody, da 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 da
Slay.
Meow, 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 meow.
Mm-hmm. Shaky. I see what you did there. 25 months. Thank you for your prime. Very grateful. Thank you. Oh my God. That's so crazy. I'm so grateful. Slay. This is a full again. So
Smixel hey.
Progressive. Hey, you already got your free one tonight, Jushi. Thank you for the 50 months, Progressive. That is a long time.
Boy!
Would you fall in love with me again?
Oh, I love this one. You're fine, Juicy. I'm trolling you. I don't think it's on there. I don't think. I have a question, Pixel. Where is the year gone? Oh, there's so many jokes to be made here, and I will make none of them. It just goes quickly. The days are long, but the years are very short.
Is it you? Have my prayers been answered? Is it really you standing there? Or am I dreaming once more? You look different eyes look tired, your frame is lighter, your smile torn. Is it really you, my love?
I am not the man you fell in love with. I am not the man you once adored. I am not your kind and gentle husband. And I am not the love you knew before. Would you fall in love with me again if you knew all I've done? The things I cannot change. Would you love me all the same? I know that you've been waiting for love.
What kinds of things did you do?
Left a trail of red on every island. As I traded friends like objects I could use. Hurt more lives than I can count on my hands. But all of that was to bring me back to you. So tell me
I will fall in love with you over and over again. I don't care how or when, no matter how long it's been you're mine. Don't tell me you're not the same person. You're always my husband and I've been waiting. If that's true, would you do me a favor? Just a moment of labor that would bring me some peace. See that wedding bed? Would you carry it over? Lift it high on your shoulders and take it far away from here.
How could you say this? I had built that wedding bed with my blood and sweat. Carved it into the olive tree where we first met. A symbol of our love everlasting. Do you realize what you have asked me? The only way to move it is to cut it from its roots.
Only my husband knew that, so I guess that makes him you.
Penelope.
I will fall in love with you over and over again. I don't care how, where, or when, no matter how long it's been you're mine. Don't tell me you're not the same person. You're always my husband and I've been waiting, 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 waiting for you. How long has it been?
20 years.
Please, 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 please. Still doesn't exist. Sigh. Yeah, that one's TikTok musical.
Past the point of no return, no backward glances. The games we played till now are at an end. Past all thought of if or when. No use resisting. Abandon thought and let the dream descend. What raging fire shall flood the soul? What rich desire unlock its store? What sweet seduction lies before us? Past the point of no return, the final threshold. What warm unspoken secrets will we learn beyond the point of no return?
You have brought me to that moment when words run dry, to that moment when speech disappears into silence, silence. I have come here, only knowing the reason why. In my mind, I've already imagined our bodies entwining, defenseless and silent. Now I am here with you, no second thought. I've past the point of no return, no going back now. Our passion play has now at last begun. Past all thought of right or wrong, one final question: how long should we two wait before we're one? When will the blood begin to rise? The sleeping bud burst into bloom. When will the flames at last consume us?
Past the point of no return, the final threshold. The bridge is crossed, so stand and watch it burn. We've passed the point of no return.
The track for that was really quiet, so I was trying to sing quietly, but it might have sounded bad. Sorry if it did.
Say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Lead me, save me from myself. Say you want me with you here beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Christine, that's all I ask of.
Oh,
Climb every mountain.
sure.
Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till we find your dream, a dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life, for as long as you a dream that will lead all the love you can give every day of your life, for as long as you
I'm still trying to sing that quietly. My neighbors probably hate the opera. It travels. I don't know. I don't even know if they can hear me. Just feels like they probably could. You're welcome, Foggies. Oh, dude. Pixel doesn't like high notes. I'm gonna be real with you. She does not. She does not like high notes at all. Has anyone said anything yet? No.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by, and now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Oh, I see you, see you, see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. Oh, you make me wanna cry. Now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So I just like a monkey. I've been dancing my whole life, and you just beg to see me dance just one more time. Oh, I see you, see you, see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. I beg to see you dance just one more time. So I say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the thing you do before, oh. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. Never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. Oh, 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 oh. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, yeah, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again, all again.
Oof, that is a hard sing. That is a hard sing. Oh,
I think we're alone now.
I know this is one of the new ones and I don't know it. Pain. No idea, this could come out anyway.
Children behave. That's what they say when we're together. And watch how you play. They don't understand, and so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's hand, trying to get away into the night. And then you say, think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. Look at the way we gotta hide what we're doing. 'Cause what would they say if they ever knew? And so we're running just as fast as we can, holding on to one another's beating of the heart is the only sound. Think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. I think we're alone now. The beating of the heart is the only sound. I think I'm a clone now. The song is quite repetitive, so it is possible. I think I'm a clone now. Just you and me, the only sound. Look at the way we gotta hide what we're doing. Don't care what you say. Just making the only sound now. Can't you feel my heartbeat? Can't you feel my heartbeat? Can you feel my heartbeat? Can you feel my heartbeat? Can you feel my heartbeat? Let me feel your heartbeat. Let me touch your heartbeat. 'Cause I'm gonna change your heartbeat. You're never alone with a clone. No, never alone with a clone. You're very welcome, my boogies. Make sure nobody sees you leave. Hood over your head, keep your eyes down. Tell your friends you're out for a run. You'll be flushed when you return. Take the road less traveled by. Tell yourself you can always stop. What started in beautiful rooms ends with meetings in parking lots. And that's the thing about illicit affairs and clandestine meetings and longing stares. It's born from just one single glance, but it dies and it dies and it dies a million little times. Leave the perfume on the shelf they picked out just for him, so you leave no trace behind, like you don't even exist. Take the words for what they are, a dwindling mercurial high, a drug that only worked the first few hundred times. And that's the thing about illicit affairs and clandestine meetings and stolen stares. They show their truth one single time, but they lie and they lie and they lie a million little times. And you wanna scream, don't call me kid, don't call me baby. Look at this godforsaken mess that you made me. You showed me colors you know I can't see with anyone else. Don't call me kid, don't call me baby. Look at this idiotic fool that you made me. You taught me a secret language I can't speak with anyone else. And you know damn well, for you I would ruin myself a million little times.
Summertime sadness.
We're out of season. This one's for the Northerners, I suppose.
Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby you're the best. I got my red dress on tonight, dancing in the dark in the pale moonlight. Done my hair up real big, beauty queen style. High heels off, I'm feeling alive. Oh my God, I feel it in the air, telephone wires above us, sizzling like a snare. Honey, I'm on fire, I feel it everywhere, nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby you're the best. I got that summertime, summertime sadness. Summertime, summertime sadness. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Oh, oh, oh. I'm feeling electric tonight. Cruising down the coast, going about 99. Got my bad baby by my heavenly side. I know if I go, I'll die happy tonight. Oh my God, I feel it in the air, telephone wires above us, sizzling like a snare. Honey, I'm on fire, I feel it everywhere, nothing scares me anymore. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know that baby you're the best. I got that summertime, summertime sadness. Summertime, summertime sadness. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Oh, oh, oh. Think I'll miss you forever, like the stars miss the sun in the morning sky. Light is better than never. Even if you're gone, I'm gonna drive. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Got that summertime, summertime sadness. Oh, oh, oh. Kiss me hard before you go. Summertime sadness. I just wanted you to know
Just be happy, loser. I think I'm done. I'm tired. Long day. Long day. The vibes are, war vibes. I just, Thanks. Later's better than never. You're welcome, Fox. Chat, I'm taking tomorrow off. I'll be back Thursday. I'm so cold. What do you mean long day? It's just lunchtime. It's dinner time for me. I have a salad to make. Although I am pissed off about it because there is no basil to go in it. And I love basil in a salad at the moment. But I think I can make something else work. Do you know what I mean? I can get creative. I can figure it out. I'm writing Kate. Why is everything a scam? Is there no love in this world? Oh no, did you get scammed? I'm going to put the oven on. I'm going to put some chicken in the oven. And then I'm going to make a salad. And then I'm having chicken and salad for dinner. And it's going to be so good. Yeah, fucking ha. Well, chat, as it gets harder to navigate the news going on outside, take some time to go in to yourself. Just, try not to put too much pressure on yourself to consume everything. I won't put too much pressure on us to consume everything. Obviously, if there are major developments, I will make sure that I am educated. But, we could even do the history of Iran on Thursday night, maybe. Wait, we hit the thumb goal? We hit one of the thumb goals here. You can see my dopey thumb. Blame the surfboard. Be good to yourselves, chat, and then be good to other people. Or whatever. I don't really give a fuck. Just